أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ورتل القرآن ترتيلا.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to our program, lesson number 10, Tarteel. Assalamu alaikum. How are you doing? Okay. Okay, you can see on the screen that this is Suratul Ma'un, which is in part 30. And you can see that there are certain letters which have been highlighted with green color, and one place has been highlighted with red color. So according to the format of program, a red highlighted place is the rule, is something rule is hidden there, which we have to going to learn today. But I'm sure that those areas which have been highlighted with green color, you know about that one. I can quickly go with this one. For example, on the first verse, Bismillah, the Lamul Jalala will be manifested with thick and thin sound. You know about that one. How? And then Dhal, and then similar sounding letter, for example, Ala, Ta'a, and Madde Muttasil, attached, the prolongation. Now, before coming to that red highlighted place, that rule, just revise what is Noon, Sakin and Tanween. And we covered this one last time, that Noon Sakin is the noon which has a sukoon over it, a jazm over it. And Noon Sakin may come either in between letters of a word or at the end of a word. Now the example have been given: An'amta, Unzila, Minhum, Kuntum, in between letters, in between word. But the second line, where is the last letter, this is complete one word, man, min, in, kun, have been used many times in the Holy Quran. Now, what is tanween? And we covered this one last time as well, that double stroke over or below a letter are called tanween. It can come on any letter, like for example, Sawaun, Ragadan, Ainin. But tanween can never come in between a word, as it is with the case of Noon Sakin. Tanween will always appear at the end of a word. So we can say that Noon Sakin and Tanween have different shapes, but their pronunciation is the same. Both, they produce the nasal sound. Man, Sawa'un. Now we come to this conclusion that there are two kinds of nasal sound. First one is clear and short nasal sound, about 1 second, and which we covered last time, Huruful Idhar, letters of manifestation. And the second one, concealed and prolonged nasal sound, about 2 seconds. And this is included, the Ghunnah sound. But however, there are specific places, there are special places, certain places where Noon, Sakin and Tanween do not produce nasal sound. They appear in the text, they are present in the text, but while we are reciting the Holy Quran in fluency, in Tarteel mode, in continuity, we do not produce nasal sound on certain Tanween and Noon Sakin. and there is a special rule about that one. That was highlighted in there, fawailun lil musallin. Fawailun, one word. The next word is lil musallin. But in a continuation of the tilawat, we do not produce nasal sound. It is written there, but it is not pronounced. And it is very much related with the joining, assimilation. Let's see. No nasal sound. Remember the rule. When a noon sakin or tanween is followed by ra mushaddad, you see, ra is one of Arabic letter, and mushaddad has been introduced many times before in the lessons, that any letter which carries a tashdeed or shadda sign, it is called mushaddad, hardened. This is basically a double letter, but with this sign of tashdeed, it is pronounced as one, with emphatic sound. So ra mushaddad, as in the following example. The first example we can find in Surah Al-Baqarah, first is min. You can say this is one word, min. Noon with skoon. And followed by the next word starting is ra mushaddad, rabbihim. Min, one word. Second word is rabbihim. But when we join together, this noon is totally ignored, or it is not pronounced. Then mim with kasra will straight away join the ra, mir rabbihim, M-I-R-R-A-B, mir rabbihim, not mir rabbihim. Like for example, Muhammad Rasulullah. Now the beautiful name, the most beautiful name is Muhammad, the name of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our beloved master. And this is part of kalima tayyibah. We know that, la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. But this Muhammadur Rasulullah has come in the Holy Quran as well. The same Muhammadur Rasulullah in Surah Al-Fath. So here Muhammadun, dun is producing nasal sound, but it is followed by ra mushaddad, ra with a tashdeed. So in this case, according to the rule, this noon will not be pronounced. That is why in common, our children, because this is a continuous tradition, even they do not know the rule, but they listen, they learn by listening. Traditionally, they say, Muhammadur Rasulullah. You see? A child 3 years old, 5 years, 4 years old, whatever, say, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Now, the second one is la mushaddad. So there are two letters. One is ra mushaddad, ra with tashdeed, and second one is la mushaddad. And in the following example, now hab lana min, again similarly like mir rabbihim, min. Ladunka, lam with tashdeed, rahmatan. Rabbana la tuzigh qulubana ba'da idh hadaytana wa hab lana min ladunka rahma. You see? You know that?
Yes, yes.
You know the meaning?
Yes.
You know the beautiful prayer,
Yeah.
Khilafat Jubilee prayers? This is from there. Now, according to the rule, we are not going to pronounce like min ladunka. Min ladunka. M-I-double-L. Min ladunka. Or hab lana min ladunka rahma. Now, in Surah Al-Imran, yes, verse number 9, Surah Al-Imran. Okay, anyway, okay, what is the next one? Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Okay, these are the words of adhan, and we have listened, we have learned traditionally, without knowing the rule. Every muadhan, most of the time, if he is reciting a good adhan, he will say ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, not an la ilaha, though the noon is there. But noon is followed by lam mushaddad. So nasal sound will not be made while joining noon sakin to ra mushaddad or lam mushaddad, and similarly tanween. So in terminology, technically this is called idgham bila ghunnah, bighayr ghunnah, bidun ghunnah. Joining without nasal sound. For example, min ladunka, min is joining with ladunka, or an with la, joining but without producing nasal sound. It's written there, but it is not pronounced. But if it is pronounced, it is read or pronounced as a separate unit, like for example, min or Muhammadun or an, then noon will be manifested. You understood the rule? All right. Now you can understand the highlighted two words in Surah Al-Ma'un, which we are focusing in this lesson. Fawailun is one word. Yes. This is tanween. It is producing nasal sound. The next word is lil musallin. But as soon as we join the two words together, assimilate, join, this nasal sound is finished, is omitted, is deleted. Fawailul lil musallin. All right? Yeah. So let's do the practice, and then I will read, and then we will go to the next phase. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون. Now, more practice examples. Hudan, and then followed by la mushaddad. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. So, I will ask you to recite one line in turn. Okay, we start from Hassan first.
هدى للمتقين.
But in beautiful, nicely.
هدى للمتقين.
Next, alhamdulillah.
ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
ويل لكل همزة لمزة.
Okay, now wailun, and then followed by lam, wailun and wailulli. Okay, and humazatin and humazatil lumazah. Try again.
ويل لكل همزة لمزة.
Okay, next.
فهو في عيشة راضية.
عيشة راضية.
فهو في عيشة راضية.
عيشة راضية.
عيشة راضية.
Okay, next.
إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير.
يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم.
Okay. Naturally, one question comes up by reciting the last line from Surah Al-Adiyat. Okay, what is the question? It should be natural.
Yeah,
yes.
The question is why, when you said ashtata, you don't stop there.
No.
Okay.
Because we are focusing this time, tanween, noon, sakin, followed by la mushaddad or ra mushaddad.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is not producing nasal sound. But, yeah.
I think it's because of the alif that is attached to
No.
Isn't that okay?
No. My point is that we were talking about the joining, idgham, assimilation. And assimilation of noon sakin or tanween to lam mushaddad or ra mushaddad.
Yeah.
But what if after tanween or noon mushaddad and other mushaddad letter, like for example here, is yawma idhin, dhal with tanween, producing nasal sound, and the next letter ya, yastur, again this is mushaddad letter. Okay, now this time tanween or noon sakin followed by other than la mushaddad or ra mushaddad. In this case, this is ya mushaddad, but we are producing nasal sound. So it means that there is an exception that on la mushaddad, ra mushaddad, we are not required to produce nasal sound. But there are other certain letters where we have to produce nasal sound. We can't say yawma idhi yasturun nas. Here you did that one. Okay, it's natural. Okay, and inshallah we are going to cover in the future lessons. But because we are progressing as one surah and one rule, that is according to the format of program, and especially we are highlighting those areas or focusing on that one where people do mistake. Okay, this is very common in practice. So it means that there are certain letters, and inshallah we'll accept that one. And just quickly, that these are the 4 letters basically: ya, noon, mim, and waw. And their combination is yanmu or yumin, ya, waw, mim, noon. Okay, in these 4 letters, if we make produce nasal sounds, and lam and ra we do not make. Okay, now I will do this one, and you have to follow me. All right. Okay, I told you about Hudal lil Muttaqin from Zalik al Kitabul is very famous. The second one, Hassan?
From Al-Ikhlas.
Al-Ikhlas, mashallah. Walam yakun lahu, not yakun lahu. It will be wrong, yakun lahu. Noon, walam yakun lahu. Kaf, we're joining with lam. Okay, one question to Bai. This lam mushaddad on the second line will be manifested thick or thin?
Thin.
Thin, good. Okay, wailul likulli humazatil lumaza. Which surah is that one?
Surah Humaza.
Surah al-Humaza. Fahuwa fi 'ishati radiyah. Surah al-Qariyah. Okay, so anyway. Hudal lil muttaqin.
Hudal lil muttaqin.
ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Okay, make sure that lam mushaddad, la, should not be prolonged only 1 second. Otherwise, meaning will be changed. It's not good. ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
ويل لكل همزة لمزة.
ويل لكل همزة لمزة.
فهو في عيشة راضية.
فهو في عيشة راضية.
إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير.
إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير.
يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم.
يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم.
Assignment: identify those places in Suratul Mutaffifin. Suratul Mutaffifin, like for example in Suratul Humaza, Wailul likulli humazatil lumaza. In the very first, Wailul lil Mutaffifin. So this is chapter number 83. where noon sakin or tanween is followed either by ra mushaddad or la mushaddad. And practice such examples not in your heart, loudly. Then your pronunciation will be good and better. And keeping in mind the rule. All right? So, with this we conclude our lesson number 10. And inshallah ta'ala we are going to cover other letters of assimilation in the future lessons. Until the next program, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ورتل القرآن ترتيلا